in this place. Look at this Canadian right here. The honey. Yo, what's good? This is Chef David Olson with Live Fire Republic, and we've landed here in the Leelanau Peninsula at the beautiful and breathtaking Shady Lanes Cellars, and I couldn't be more pumped to be here with three of my very good friends. Fellas, what the heck are we doing here today, huh?
Okay, hoy vamos a hacer un lechón a la cruz.
Oh,
Right?
it's not the truth. What we're doing here is we're cooking a pig over the live fire in the back 40 of this beautiful vineyard. What are we doing with it?
Drew?
Then we're gonna kill it, man. We're gonna inject it with some of this beautiful Pinot Noir, and it's gonna be delicious.
Guys,
Can't wait.
y'all, you don't want to miss this. Stay hungry. Let's go.
Cool.
All right, Al, the pig's on the fire, man. What an awesome job. That looks so dang cool. But it's time now to season this bad boy, right?
Yes, so we're gonna do the traditional Argentinian seasoning that is called salmuera, right? I don't have the translation for that, but it's basically
It's salt water.
Exactly, yeah. Oh well, yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I literally just made that up. The important thing, though, is sound convincing about it.
Exactly. So we're gonna do the traditional way, like the gauchos. They do it like that in Argentina, right? The gauchos is, if you don't know, is the
Look at that
cowboy,
gaucho.
right? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay, first we're gonna prepare the salmuera. It's basically water and salt. So it's 10% of salt and the rest water, right? So let's say if we're gonna fill this up with water, we're gonna put salt through here, right? So we do the. Okay, so now the water. As you can see, we did this technique that if you like close and fill up this water, you put it on the coals and it's not gonna burn. But you can touch it, see?
It doesn't, it's warm, and
Yeah.
the plastic doesn't melt, and there's no oxygen on the inside. So we're not boiling, it's not gonna melt down. It warms up. Super cool technique.
Okay, let's go.
You've done this before, huh?
Yep.
Beauty.
And then you mix it.
So this is really cool, and when we get this over the fire, we're gonna be kind of like splashing almost the whole hog to season. So
Exactly.
really
So
cool.
now we're gonna do the gaucho technique. So this is gonna help to pour the salmuera, right? So be very careful, right? Don't cut yourself, and then you make. Can I smell that? Right, like this.
Amazing. Wow, very cool.
And
And so that way you don't have to always have your thumb sitting over the
Exactly.
top, right?
Exactly. So now what do we do?
And now this is literally seasoning the exterior.
Yeah. Okay.
And we do the same thing on the inside as well?
Yeah. Well, it's more important to do it in the inside than here.
So Mel, full disclosure for the camera, we've never prepared a whole hog specifically like this. We literally have the cheapest tripod grill I think we could ever find. I think we spent less than $20 on this, right? You harvested this tree from the forest out by our cabin, right? But talk to me a little bit about the structure, and then we're gonna go in and discuss a little bit about the actual fire and fire management.
Okay, yeah, so everything about this style of cook is very primitive, right? So we're going right back to the basics. We know that if we hang the animal on a cross at a certain degree off of the coals, it's gonna cook perfectly.
That's right.
So this is all we're doing now is figuring out, we didn't know exactly how big this pig was gonna be. So that was an ace in the
Our
hole.
whole day has been guesswork.
Exactly. So the pig could have been 50 pounds, the pig could have been 75 pounds, so we weren't sure what we were dealing with. This tripod was meant to cook something totally different.
Right.
Happened to be in the truck. So there we go. We're able to build a cross, we're able to find something that can support it nice and easily into a makeshift fire.
So cool.
All of this was totally on the fly, but with the same building blocks of any of these cooks.
That's right.
And that's what this whole thing is about, live fire especially. It's about using those exact building blocks and staying consistent to do wild things like this.
So dang cool, man. So the structure's awesome. We have our maple branches, we have our stainless steel wire, we have our $20 tripod that looks like it's about to fall apart in the actual fire. And then we have over here, we have the actual fire with a little braceria that's moving along. So maybe talk me a little bit about the fire and how are we doing this fire down here?
So a very important part of having an open fire cook is not having direct flames licking up on the animal. This is a huge no-no for this. It'll go black quickly, it'll seal the outside skins, and then it won't be able to cook or penetrate properly into the animal. You want that nice golden brown to a reddish. It's getting the smoke, it's getting the flavor from the wood.
You want those rubies, those mahogany colors.
Exactly.
It's super beautiful.
Exactly. Anytime you see it going black, you know that something went wrong somewhere, and that's what we're trying to stop. So our open flame is far forward in the fire. That way the wind can't push it up far enough to lick the actual animal. And now as we take this, we're taking the coals out of the base of this flame and gently dragging them back. So we have very, very few coals in this area, and as it builds up, the coals get heavier into the open fire.
Amazing.
So this tapers out this way as this tapers up this way. And the reason we have the hams up here is you would think this is the hottest.
That's correct.
But because of the way we've stacked the coals up this way, this is actually the hottest.
That's right. And so we almost have this heat that rolls down and comes up, but the highest temperature is actually up here.
Yeah.
The cooler temperature is back here. In fact, I think I could hang my hand next to that head for probably about a half a minute, right?
Oh yeah.
And then up top, no chance. This is probably like 5 to 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Andrew, what's good, man? This is Al Fragone, Buenos Aires, Argentina, by way of Texas.
Yeah.
And this is my very good buddy. This is Chef Drew Turnip Seed.
What's up, brother? How you
He's
doing?
my partner in crime in all of our live experiential events across the world. So, And by the way, this man has a tremendous amount of wine background. I'm super excited to connect you two most of all.
Yeah,
I'm super stoked,
Let's
man.
do some tasting too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I hate to taste wine, brother. Why do you think I'm here? Besides being your amazing vineyard. So.
Well, tell us about it, man. We're at Shady Lane Vineyard.
Yeah. So this is Shady Lane. This is we're standing right in the middle of the our oldest Pinot Noir block, and this is where we get the rosé, the Pinot Noir rosé, and both our red production here too.
That's amazing.
So
I see you've already done some tasting.
yeah, I'm nibbling on it. It's coming along faster than most years. You know, it's been really hot, really dry this whole summer, including this week. It feels like it's 85 right now.
It's 85 and we have a fire we're gonna light back here, right?
It's a good day to have a fire.
Exactly.
So what we do before harvest, you know, we're kind of moving into harvest.
That's right.
One of the most important things for growers and winemakers to do is just start testing the fruit. And you test it by eating it. That's the old school method, to taste the flavors, chew up the skins, you know, see how tart, how sweet it is, and then we also, of course, you know, measure the sugar and acid as well.
Sure.
And so, you know, the sugar is rising while the acid's kind of falling, and we want to hit that sweet spot.
That's awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome. Well, when you invited me out for a tasting, I didn't know it was grapes. But we're gonna start right here on the vine, and then we're gonna move it back to the tasting room and do a little bit of wine tasting.
Yeah.
We have this incredible whole hog cook today that we're gonna do. We're gonna incorporate the wine, so I'm super excited about it. Well, we get started, man. Show us what we got going on here.
Yeah. So this is our Pinot Noir.
Beautiful.
It's all the way through veraison, so it's now black. It's taken color.
Did you say Veraison?
Veraison? That's the fancy French word for color change.
Drew. This man says Veraison on Live Fire Public YouTube. I don't even know what that means. What is Veraison? That's
exactly
color change?
what, that's exactly what it is. However, if I told everybody who's watching what was going on in my mind right now, that would not be appropriate.
No,
But
okay.
anyway, that is the deal.
Okay.
So when you're tasting this, man, from your perspective, from the you know the vineyard side, what are you tasting for? Like what's the sweet
Yeah.
spot
So
taste like
so
for
get
you?
in there and you know, get a berry, and what you want to do is kind of break.
But they're very firm in terms of like just they're really on there.
It's like a little fruit grenade. And you want to break the fruit sac away from the skin. You want to separate the skin in your mouth. Okay, you want to taste the juice first.
Wow.
And then you kind of put the seeds off to the side. And you chew on that skin, and you can kind of feel how ripe the tannins are, right?
Yeah.
If they're really bitter, it needs more time.
Well, I can taste it.
Yep. And then you chew on the seed after you're done tasting the skin, and you want to taste for bitterness.
I did that with the seed.
Yeah. So the seed is disgusting right now. It's very bitter.
Well,
You know, this has another month probably.
wow. Well, I would have produced the wine right now because I flicked the seed. I had no idea behind the bitterness.
Hey, I can drink it right now.
Alfredoni, you tell me about the bitterness. What's up?
No, I think it's ready. Eh? I think it's ready. we can put it. We can start making wine. Huh?
It's time to inject it in the meat.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a question. The red wine comes from black grapes, and the white comes from white. That's kind of obvious, but it's like that.
Yeah.
Andrew, awesome time out in the field. We're back here at the tasting room, the outdoor tasting room at Shady Lane. What do we have here, man? We have a Pinot Noir Rosé and a Pinot Noir, an 18 and a 21, man. Tell us what we got going on.
Right. So we think that Pinot goes really good with pork.
Yes.
And so we want to ask Andrew and all of you, you know, which one you think might be better for injecting into the meat, like we were talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And which one might be better for glazing or whatever the process.
Finishing the pig.
Finishing.
I don't know. I would say inject this one.
Okay.
Dark.
Right? I don't know.
But let's
What do you
see.
think? The
I
expert?
agree. I think the rosé is going to have less impact. It's going to give it a nice color, but it's not going to be overwhelming.
It's a little bit sweet. I think it's a little bit sweeter as well, right?
It's got a touch of residual. It's pretty dry. It's got a touch of residual sugar, But if you're worried about the tannins burning or doing something or discoloring the meat, then I would definitely go with the rosé. There's much less tannin in it. Because you're not extracting it, right? We're pressing it off right away, and after a cold soak in the press it off and ferment it on the juice like we were talking about. And then for the red, we were fermenting it on the skins and extracting all that tannin. So if you want a low tannin choice, go the rosé.
I agree 100%. This is along the outside.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, and the rosé will go on the inside.
I think we have to.
That's the way it's going to go.
Drew confirms.
Yep.
Drew, Andrew, Al, Mel.
Yep. Let's do it.
Should we sit around here and drink wine, or should we cook a hog?
Both.
Hey,
I'm down with both.
That's the answer.
thank you.
All right, boys. What's next with the cook?
Let's put some booze in it, brother. All right, we're gonna use this amazing rosé, literally harvested right behind us. Awesome rosé from Pinot Noir. It's gonna go great with this pig. Let's do this thing.
Wait, did you just put a needle into that glass of
I
wine?
sure did. This is what we're going to inject the hams and the loins with right now as we go.
So now we have this rosé injection that we're gonna be pumping into the hams, into the loins, the rib cages, the cheeks.
That's right.
This bad boy is getting the Shady Lane wine treatment. Guys, one of my favorite things about live fire cooking is learning. And obviously having you guys out here today, I learned so much about whole hog, gaucho-style. This pig is done, the skin looks amazing, and I think it's time we cut in and figure out what the heck we did here, huh?
Okay, let's
All
go.
right, here we go. Oh. What? Listen to that crisp crunch, huh?
Just dripping.
Chicharrón.
Oh, chicharrón. Look at that. That's amazing. Golden, crispy. Incredible.
Okay, you want me to gloves?
Let's go. Let's go. That's amazing. What? Both that came literally right out.
Look at that. Beautiful pork belly. Wow, look at that. You boys hungry?
Let's go. We've had so much fun here at Shady Lanes Cellars in the Leelanau Peninsula of northern Michigan. We've toured the vineyards. We've smoked a whole hog over the fire. We frankly drank enough wine to choke a donkey, or probably two, but the time for talk is over. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the subscribe and like button down below. Let us know what your favorite backyard barbecue experience is like with friends. I want to know about it in the comments. For these recipes and more, get over to livefirerepublic.com and make sure to give a follow to Shady Lanes Cellars, my very good friends Al Fragoni, Mel from Dark Side of the Grill. And definitely check out what we're doing at Live Fire Events with my good buddy, Chef Drew Turnipseed. Until then, it's time to dig in. Let's go.
Let's go. Who wants a tenderloin?
Oh, I got it. Dig in.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You got it. Let's go.
Oh, forget about it, fellas.
That's
Good,
insane.
smoky, juicy. The essence of that maple and those grapevines and that smoke. So ridiculously good. Fellas, I say it all the time. My favorite thing about live fire and outdoor cooking is learning, but more so today for me, it's been about spending the time with each of you, my very good friends here in Northern Michigan. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Boys, brother. Awesome day.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all, stay hungry. Let's go.
Boom. Watch out.
I got you.
Watch out, David.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, that's
Andrew, you took us through it. Taken us. Took us?
Taken.
Taken?
You've
Have
taken
some
us
more wine,
through.
David.
You're asking me. You're asking David.
Listen, I cook for a living.
It's gonna be one of these episodes.
I know it. That's exactly. Hey, Al.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, Al, since you completely and totally broke our cross, how long, if I just hold it like this, how long will it take the hog to cook?
Oh, probably 48 to 56 hours.
Years?
Yes, yeah.
We're going to dry age this hog right here. This is actually the last episode of Live Fire Republic on YouTube. This is the only thing we're going to record for the next 35 years.